Hi everybody, so I hope you're doing well. So I've just been on my adventures, so I've not been posting much on YouTube recently, but I have the nudge to get straight back in it from Spirit. I have been traveling around Thailand, which has been amazing, and what a beautiful country. And I did the islands and I was in heaven out there, as you can imagine, with the fruits and just being in, like, having sunshine. I mean, I'm in the UK and it is so miserable here. It is always gloomy and grey and wet and windy, and it's just really miserable in the winter. So having a winter break somewhere like Thailand, even though it is a bit of a trek, was so worth it. But now I've had my break, it's like Spirit's kind of like kicking my butt a little bit and going, right, new year, like, just go for it. Anything you've been kind of holding back on, or, you know, just not been doing because of whatever reason, like, you know, the mind brings in stories of we'll do that later, is time to kind of squash, basically. But and just showing up more is basically what I'm being asked to do, because I have got a lot to share in terms of how I have really navigated my journey, my spiritual journey, really expanded my own consciousness to levels that I just didn't think it was even possible, where new awarenesses keep coming to me, and these are aha moments and revelations. And I will hands down attribute this to all starting off with changing my lifestyle and changing my diet. Like, if I did not make those changes, back in 2020 and 2020, and really have been focused on that transition, and still in it now, like, because it's never ending. We're constantly improving the way we our health, wellness and well-being and all of that. So it's just sharing that, because for me, the last year, especially the last year, my spiritual gifts have just opened up even more. And obviously I'm a Reiki master anyway, and a tarot reader and a healer and all of that, and I'm a doula as well. But like, in terms of like my healing, that has just accelerated even more, where I'm channeling now and I'm connecting in, and that's been a journey last year for me, the beginning of last year, and then this year, probably towards the end of last year, my light language is coming through. So it's kind of reshaping the way I do my healings with my clients. And so more of a quantum healer now, where I am able to tap into your higher self. I am able to look at any emotional blockages that, you know, could be from ancestral lineage of, 5 years back, and it could be things that can clear around emotions that are stuck in your lung, and it could be related to grief. So I'm really, that was part of my healings anyway, but I'm really adding that extra with the light language and connection with your higher self, so you can get an individualized personal message from your higher self. And then now the light language that's coming through, because that is going to bypass the conscious mind and really get into the subconscious mind and help reprogram those patterns and behaviors, and really aid in the healing, basically. So really exciting time right now, and it is for many of us, I'm sure a lot of you on this spiritual journey. And if you are watching me, you are likely on this spiritual journey where your gifts are probably opening up now too. And so comment below, let me know, are you noticing massive shifts within yourself and your awareness? And it might just be aha moments that you're having, or you're just noticing more of the world and how everything you thought you knew is a lie, basically. So you're going through this process of unlearning everything. You might just be, starting off and realizing you're just having your ego death or dark night of the soul. And it can be daunting, especially there's a lot of people waking up right now. And for me, like, what really helped me navigate these energies and really navigating going through the dark night of the soul, where everything you knew is a lie and you have to unlearn, in terms of the systems, the world, the government, all of that. It's like, it can be quite daunting. It can be quite lonely as well at times. So what helped me was really, I'm an avid faster. I love fasting. I support groups with fasting. That helped me, but also really just sustaining and changing my lifestyle after that, and really keeping on this healthy path and plant-based, predominantly raw vegan lifestyle. And it was amazing in Thailand, all of the smoothie bowls, oh my God, they were just heaven. But they were still quite heavy in some aspects. So I was actually, even though I was eating all of this great wholesome food, and it's so much better than what you would get in the UK, and I was still excited to come back and have my own smoothie bowl because I know what ingredients are in there, and I was still excited to come back and have my own salads, and because you know what you're putting in it. But I don't eat out a lot in restaurants or cafes, so eating out more in Thailand was a real luxury, and I did enjoy it. And it was interesting because I did see an astrologer out there, and she was talking about she was focusing more on the Ayurvedic astrology and teachings as well around the doshas. And I'm not really fully aware of a lot of that, but she was saying my body type and my dosha is I need more warm foods, which really threw me because I'm like 95% raw vegan. And I'll tell you something, I thrive when I'm raw vegan. So I thought, she said, just, the warm food is what is your dosha, basically. So I thought I'd just play around and start having a bit of the vegan, healthy, plant-based foods out there. And they were really great and really tasty. But what I noticed was, the more I started having incorporating a little bit more of these cooked foods, I started to crave more cooked foods. And before, I wasn't craving cooked foods. I was more focused on the raw. And I noticed that when I was having these cooked foods, I didn't want as many smoothie bowls. I didn't want as many salad bowls. I was leaning more towards the cooked. So when I came back, I was like, right, I want my salad bowls, I want my smoothie bowls. And so it was really interesting how addictive cooked food is. You don't get addicted to a salad, you don't get addicted to a smoothie bowl. I mean, God, I thrive when I'm on it, and I love the taste of it, and I love how I feel on it, but I don't feel like I'm addicted to any of it. But I can see how cooked food is addictive, and the smell and just the flavors. And I knew when she was saying about the dosha type, and I thought, okay, maybe I can just like play around with and intuitively and just see how I get on with eating more cooked food. There was a part of me that knew that I am actually not getting the most nutrition out of this food that I'm going to be eating, because as soon as you start cooking food at a certain temperature, you're reducing the enzymes and you're reducing the nutrient density. And I've just finished a nutrition qualification, so I'm really passionate about the nutrients that we get and how we get the right nutrients through the foods that we have. And so for me, it was kind of like, yeah, great, maybe if my body needs this, I will listen to my body. I will always listen to my body, but I know I'm not going to be getting as much nutrients. So I was kind of in like a pull and pull, so I've actually just been, okay, what does my body want? And when I've come back, naturally, I've just automatically gone to the raw foods. And there has been moments where my daughter had this lovely chickpea dish that I made. It was all whole food. It was sprouted chickpeas, and it had a little bit of that. And I noticed, I really just wanted to get back into the raw food. So even though we are told these things around, your body type wants this, that could be a generalization. It's not one size fits all. So it's really important to listen to your body and experiment, explore. I mean, my journey has meant that I've had to try things out. It's all been about trial and error. But it's shown me why I come back to the raw foods. And I have a bit of steamed vegetables, so I'll have steamed broccoli, maybe steamed sprouts, but predominantly the rest of it is raw. And even when I try and go, okay, I'll have a bit of cooked food, I'll have a bit of, I had a curry, I made my parents a curry, and they have oil in their curry, and I didn't put any oil in. They were saying how good it was, there's no oil in there. I was like, okay. They were quite surprised, but and they said it tasted great, and I loved it. It tasted amazing. But I also knew that I was still reducing the nutrient density in that curry. And so I was going back into the raw food. So it just shows me why I just keep going back, because it's what my body wants. It wants to thrive, and it wants the more lighter foods as well. So really just listening to yourself. And it was interesting on the plane, because, if you're going to be doing long distance travel, I would avoid plain food if you can. I mean, I just kept thinking about the plain food and how they keep it in these little dishes wrapped, and they heat it and they probably spray it, and I prepared. I made my raw vegan wraps, which I've got recipes for that on this channel. And I had fruit, and I just really prepared. And that is the best way to do it. And luckily on the way back, it was a night flight, so it was no issue. But I still had loads of fruit for the way back. So you can do long distance travel as long as you are preparing, and you don't need to succumb to the plain food. Obviously, you know, there may be situations where, you know, you don't have enough and you can ask for some fruit, or they will have fruit, because me and my daughter had fruit, so, and they brought us some bananas and things like that. And even if you say, you know, they had some dragon fruit on there, which was amazing, and pineapple, it was already cut up, but it was still better than eating the cooked plain food. So it was really, really great for me to see that actually all of these blockages around traveling is actually gone now, around how can I eat the right way for me and travel. And I've just kind of squashed that now. I don't even allow that to come into my awareness, because next year I want to go to Bali and things like that, and it's just getting to there, how am I going to be able to eat, and I've sorted that now. Because there were no issues with me taking the food on the plane. So yeah, that's what I wanted to just basically share. Like, listen to your body, intuitively eat, and yeah, just share more around what I'm up to these days with my healing. And if you are on this healing journey, or you are on just, you know, spiritually waking up and you want some support, then please reach out. I'm a holistic practitioner and also focus on health, wellness and nutrition. So I have a 21-day gut protocol, and the protocol is all backed by science as well. So if you're interested in that, because the microbiome is something, excuse me, that I'm really passionate about, because 90% of disease can be traced back to an imbalance in the gut. So it's huge at the moment. Just the topic of the microbiome and how it is the seed of everything: mental health, longevity, wellness, all of these things, disease, all of that. So, and if you want to book in for a tarot reading just to see what your year ahead looks like, or the next month, then please do reach out. Well, I hope this video has helped, and please like, subscribe. My website needs updating, so I'm not going to post that at the moment, but I'll put my email if you do want to see how I can work with you and support you on your journey. So but just know you're not alone. There's many of us going through this right now, and you've got this, so keep going. All right, everybody, have a blessed day.